Good day, YouTube. It is the 20th of November 2023. Yep, it's almost Thanksgiving time. Hope you guys have good plans to be with friends and family over the Thanksgiving holiday. This is my circa 2004 LT150 John Deere lawn tractor. It's a project vehicle that I picked up along with the one next to it, that L110. And I've been doing a little bit of research, and with help of folks from the internet on the John Deere Lawn and Garden Tractor Groups page on Facebook, I posed the question of which one of these. I'm going to fix both of these up. I'm going to sell one. I'm going to keep one. Which one should I keep? And they're telling me the LT150 is a better machine all around, even though it's a smaller deck and slightly less horsepower. It's a better machine. This is the one to keep. So I'm taking that advice, and we're going to keep this one. Now, I've got a ton of parts ordered. A lot of them have showed up. A lot of them are showing up today, but some more is going to take another week or so to get. So I was doing a little diagnosis with this machine, in that the throttle is just not working well. And I want to show you how to diagnose the Govener issue that this apparently has. So let's pop the hood off, and we'll fire it up, and I'll show you what it's not doing. It comes off because the hinge is broke. Alright guys, this here is the Govener arm right there. It comes out of the motor. So the carburetor wants to run at full throttle when it's not running. As soon as you start it up, that Govener arm wants to take over and slow that engine down. As you go more wide open with the throttle lever, it puts spring pressure on the Govener arm to overcome the inertia that Govener arm has. So to diagnose if you have a Govener issue while this engine is running, you should feel a lot of resistance on that Govener arm when you try to rev it up. Again, you're providing that spring pressure that your throttle normally provides. Remember, your throttle's not directly attached to the carburetor. Your throttle is connected to the Govener arm. Your Govener arm is connected to the carburetor. So we're going to fire this up, and I'm going to work the Govener arm and explain that it simply doesn't have any pressure against it, which means internally, inside the engine, the Govener has left the building. It is not working. Obviously, I got it in this condition. I realized when I did the last video on this, I go, oh, there's something wrong with the throttle. And I started digging in and realized, oh, I have a Govener issue. Great. Means I got to pull that engine out and apart and replace the Govener. And I have ordered the parts. That is some of the parts that isn't going to be here for a week or two. So, okay, let's fire it up. I'm going to have to get in front of you. But you need to see what's going on here. So, choke. You can tell it's allowing me to rev it way higher than it should, and the higher it revs, the more resistance to revving it will provide. That Govener says, no, that's too fast, and it'll slow it down. The faster it goes, there's some flyweights in there. The flyweights will pull out more pressure as the thing revs up, and it shouldn't rev past 3,600 RPM or something to that effect. And that Govener arm moves freely. So clearly it has a governor issue inside, and we get to take that motor apart. So stay tuned for that on a future video. This is only going to be a diagnosis of its issue. This is a Kohler, let me look, CV15S. So it's 15 horsepower, and it's a CV like Charlie Victor. So it runs fine. Hopefully it didn't, stay at high revs for its whole life mowing. Hopefully that broke, and that's what caused them to park it. They never happened to mention it to me though when we were talking price or anything. But the parts are in the neighborhood of $50 or so. It's not that big a deal to pop a motor out, especially if you are well tooled. And I'll show you how I do that when the parts arrive here in a few weeks. So this mower is going to get a complete mower deck rebuild. Again, this is what I'm going to keep. The tires actually look really good on it. So I have a slow leak in the right rear. We'll fix it or tube it or something. We'll clean it up. I have the hood hinge for it. We'll get all that videoed very, very soon. And this will be a fun project. Might even put a new seat on this guy. We'll see. All right, guys, that's the diagnosis on the Govener arm. Again, your throttle's connected to the Govener arm with a spring. The more wide open throttle you provide, the more resistance to slowing the engine down you give the Govener. The Govener's there to slow that engine down. You're trying to tell it to rev up. It's adjustable to a point, and you don't want to over rev it. This wants to over rev, and it has no resistance on the Govener arm at all. It's not out of adjustment. There is nothing there. So we'll fix that as soon as the parts arrive. Stay tuned for a future video. Thumbs up on the way out. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you on the next video.